All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vintage Story. It has been a very long time since we last played, and we're we're on a new world, starting a new series. Cause I can never get away from ruining my world, and there's a ruin. Why is there a ruin here? I'm in Homo sapiens mode, so this shouldn't even be here. Unless it's because of the Better Ruins mod, which I do use in a Homo sapiens world to get, um, what do they call it? Traders. I do use it to get traders. You know what? I actually need to, like, double check to make sure that I have lore content enabled or not. Alright, so I took a check, and I took a peek, and oh, we're in limestone. Lore content is not enabled, so I don't know why there's a ruin right there. Because I've never ran into any ruins. You saw that too, right? um, but yeah, I looked at the mod or my world settings, and I don't have lore content enabled because, you know, I might have accidentally did that. But no, I don't have it enabled. So I'm very curious as to why that even generated. Because I've using the Better Ruins mod in a Homo sapiens world, typically, yeah, it adds traders. It allows the traders to spawn, but I've never seen a ruin be able to spawn. So I am thoroughly curious about that. Alright, let's go ahead and do the typical making of the tools. Alright, knife has been made, and we are going to gather these cattails that we've already spotted. And I'll pick up those mushrooms too. Also, if you would like to know what mods I'm using, such as this beautiful shader mod that makes the water and lighting look absolutely gorgeous, the link will be down below, as well with its name. Now, posts have slowed down because I've kind of been getting burnt out on the game, and which has also in turn caused me to have burnout from just recording in general. So I kind of felt lost, and I did try to branch out to another game, but videos weren't really doing too well. So I mean, there's clearly people who do want to see me play it, but since there's not really any demand or interaction with them like I get on these videos, I think we're just gonna stick to Vintage Story for a little while. Also, if I do sound a little different, it is because I just woke up not even an hour ago. Yes, it is. It is 5 in the afternoon. Evening? After. Doesn't evening start at 6? So it's almost. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. And yeah, I just woke up like almost about 40 some minutes ago. You know, being a YouTuber, your schedule is kind of broken. But it works. I don't got anywhere to be, so. a matter of making it work for yourself. Alright, let's see what this guy has. Yes, I've seen worse. What's your name? Tybal. Ooh. Also, I do have 8 auto map markers, so all I have to do is crouch and look at the thing, and I can mark it. Like these flowers, I can mark it. But I don't care about the marker for the grass, so we're getting rid of it. Now, as to why I have traders in my Homo sapiens world when the whole idea behind it is to not have that kind of stuff is because, well, I mean, it's my game, so it's like I should be able to create whatever kind of experience I want. I can create my own lore for my world. At least that's what I see when it comes to a Homo sapiens world. You don't have lore content, so the game has no lore anymore. So you just sort of do whatever. And there are more cattails here. Good, good. I need cattails. And I need flint and plenty of food. Because I feel like we're going to be traveling for quite some time. Ooh, I accidentally marked my, these cattails, but that's actually not a bad idea because I will eventually have to come back to these and pick up their roots and transplant them somewhere else. Now, technically, I could do that now, but I don't want to have a bunch of cattail roots in my inventory for no reason. Especially since it could take us quite a while to find a place to settle down and live. Now, we do have the Plains and Valleys landform mod. And the river generation mod. Not the rivers mod. Not to be confused with that mod. This is an entirely different mod. By an entirely different person. From what I remember, at least. Alright, I realized that I had the immersive first-person camera setting enabled, which I didn't mean to have enabled for this series. Also, apologies if I sound very disinterested. I am very much so interested in what I'm doing right now. Now, I can tell you guys that we do have quite a few mods. That sound is one of them. We have some animals that we added to the game. I think that's one too, right there. A different type of fox. And we do have enough to make our basket. We have 12 left over for whatever. Now, the idea for this new series is to, I guess, make a giant sprawling city, landscape, village. Basically, I want to rebuild civilization. Now, yes, creative mode likely will have to be used, or I could possibly add in the village mod. However, that has, that's what corrupted my last world. I did have that. The last few series that I had, that's what corrupted them. And every other world that I had with them enabled. I'm not saying that the mod is like bad or anything. It just, for some reason, it must have ran into some bad code or something, and things went sideways when I reloaded the game and found that all of my worlds were just not there anymore. I'm still very curious as to why this spawned. I've never seen a ruin spawn in a Homo sapiens world, even with the Better Ruins mod. Like, seriously, I've traveled like thousands of blocks in my own personal worlds with this mod enabled, And I've never come across to see plenty of traders, but I've never come across any any sort of ruin, even underground. Uh-oh, our game kind of froze. All right, but yeah, I've never come across any ruins with this with the Better Ruins mod enabled on a Homo sapiens world, or a world that just doesn't have lore content, which by default would technically make it a Homo sapiens world, because that's the entire lore implication behind it. Blue clay with red clay mixed in? Well, I've never seen that with this mod. Let's go ahead and gather up a little bit of this clay. And since there is blue clay here, go ahead and mark that too. It's not a whole lot, but 68 should do. It should be fine for now. We have them marked if we ever want to go back to them. But I am glad we are in a limestone region, because that's one of the building materials that I kind of wanted for this project. That and halite. I need a lot of halite. What the heck was that? Oh, speaking of project, there is another project on the side that I have been doing in this game. Playing a lot of the Oblivion remaster and revisiting the original, it has kind of given me a bit of an idea to recreate something. And the project is called the Tamriel Project. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm basically just making a one-to-one replica, a one-to-one scale, maybe more sized up just a bit, of Tamriel, and it's not just the terrain. It's like you're gonna have the Imperial City, you're gonna have elsewhere. Shoot, I might even do the other regions outside of Tamriel. I might do all of Nern. Though I don't know if I really could, because the world's only 2 million by 2 million, just like this world. But the catch is, I'm doing it all by hand in survival mode, so it's gonna take a long time. I mean, even if I did do it in creative mode, it would still take a really long time, because I'd still have to you know, terraform and landscape. But I could, like, make a little bit of I could take screenshots and share them with you guys if you guys would like to see my progress on it. Right now, I can tell you that I just entered the Copper Age and am barely surviving, because um I added cows to the game, and well, they like to harass me, and it makes it really hard to do anything, because they do a ridiculous amount of damage, as they technically should. I mean, cows are pretty ruthless if you get them mad enough. But yeah, I chose to make the Tamriel project utilize the Plains and Valleys mod, because it allows me to have flatter terrain in some areas, and big hills, which is going to be a pain to terraform, but it can also add some what's the word, it can add like a template for creating the hills, like all the mountains in Skyrim or something. Cyrodiil has some, uh, it has quite a few mountainous areas. I mean, Oblivion kind of makes it sound like, or make it look like that it's in some kind of valley. Look at all these sheep. And another real reason why, as to why I want to do this project in this game, is because I've always been an Elder Scrolls fan. I grew up on the games, so why not remake them in a game that I also really like, especially with the amount of creative freedom that I have. The main things that I keep telling myself is I don't know what I'm gonna regret doing more with this project. Whether it's the terraining and the terraforming, which I did learn are two different things, apparently. Terraforming usually means to remove, and terraining usually means to add. At least from what I was told. No, I do not have the source. My source is word of mouth. Southern dog carcasses. So, yeah, that's something that I forgot that this mod adds. You can have, you can skin a carcass that is just bones. And there's nothing on it. Oh, they have bush meat. That's not gonna really be useful. Bushmeat's not really the best kind of food. Oh, that's a bush wren. I've never seen a bush wren. I've usually seen island wrens. Here you go, fish. Have those. Is that another ruin? No, it's the same ruin. I'm not paying attention to my map. I seem to keep circling in this little area and not exploring. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna regret more on doing the Tamriel project. I don't know what I'm gonna regret more, or I don't know what I dread more. To be more specific, the terraining and the terraforming, or the building, or more like what's the word I'm looking for? Brain's not braining. I'm not really looking forward to the chiseling, especially in Cyrodiil and Skyrim. There's a lot of statues, like a lot of statues, especially in the um the Imperial City. There's a lot of statues in there. A lot of mostly guards. They're mostly like Imperial guards, but you do have the statue of Akatosh in the, I think it's in the Talos Plasm? I don't remember. I haven't played Oblivion in a few hours. I don't really pay attention, but I do know that there's a statue of a dragon, which I'm pretty sure is the statue of Akatosh. Yeah, these are the things that keep bugging me in the Tamriel project. I know you guys can't see that, but there's cows there. Let me go ahead and sleep so that it's daytime for you guys. And of course it's only gonna be about 3. Why wouldn't it be? For a second there, I thought I didn't get my bed back. You know, we could live in this little area. Though the rain is very common, so it's gonna be raining, like, a lot. And I'd sort of like to settle in an area where the rain is at least common. Okay, well, I guess very common means not all that common. And I also want an area that's not really near any forested area. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be the spot. I don't care about the rain anymore, even if it says that it's almost all the time. Alright, there we go. I made a torch. There's a big giant wall right here. And I kind of wanna, I wanna live next to it. Ooh. An animal made a really weird noise. Ooh, another trader. And there appears to be... Oh, there he is. Old Eyes. He's a building materials trader. Really? This is the buildings material trader wagon? This looks more like a treasure hunter because of the resonator. You know, there is one thing that I have taken notice to. The severe lack of copper. I have not found a single copper deposit. Even surface bits, like, at all. Oh, you can kind of see the silhouette of the mountain. I did make it so that these things do kind of generate a little taller than usual. There's also a massive river going through this. Oh, that's really cool right there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun lighting that thing up. And that's not sarcasm, I'm actually gonna enjoy lighting that up. And creating a nice tunnel for sailboats and rafts. Most probably sailboat. I'll have to knock that boulder away a little bit. This is gonna be cool. You know, I'm not the greatest when it comes to building in this game, but I have been practicing. I have indeed been practicing. So I think we will base up near here, but not exactly here. Or maybe we could base up right here, like in this little pocket right here. Or maybe in this little pocket right here. We'll have to gather up more materials though. Ooh, more aged logs. This will be nice for a frame. And in fact, this is the only real reason why I started using the river mod, the river generation mod, because of the aged logs that can generate. Because in a Homo sapiens world, you don't have access to ruins that can possibly contain aged logs. And I swear, one of those logs gave me an extra one. Which is funny because I don't have any perks. You know, at least with the all the time painting, I don't even have to... I don't really have to put water on the ground to make a farm. I can just have like an actual realistic farm. Oh, you know what? That is a smart idea. Utilize that to my very own advantage. In real life, you don't have water sources going through your farm like you do in Minecraft and then in Vintage Story. Oh, hey, speaking of Minecraft, would you guys like to see me do a Minecraft series? I'm worse at Minecraft than I am at this game, at least in my opinion. Is this chalk? Chalk and limestone? I've never seen those two form together. But yeah, would you guys like to see me do a Minecraft series? I'm pretty sure that's a wolf. Yeah, that's a dire wolf. Run! Oh, man. Well, I died. But yeah. Is that a moose? It is a moose. And I'm running because it's gonna... Yep, and it's chasing me. See, now, this is why I kind of like to play with keep inventory enabled in a Homo sapiens world, because I don't really see the challenge in having my stuff just get deleted. I wonder when this moose is gonna leave me alone. At least I'm just slightly faster than it. Come on, moose, leave me alone. I just want to get back to my stuff. There's the cows that I can show you. That's the thing that's been harassing me in the Tamriel Project world. This moose is still chasing me. Let it go, dude. You don't even eat people. What did I do to you? The moose is still chasing me. Oh my goodness. And hey, there's more H logs right here. This moose is seriously still chasing me. What the actual heck? I am almost back to my stuff though. Oh, thank goodness that moose finally left me alone. That thing chased me almost all the way back to my stuff. But yeah, back to the whole possibility of doing a Minecraft series. I mean, I grew up playing Minecraft, so I mean, it's not Vintage Story, but it would be nice to, I guess, try to relearn to play the game. I haven't played Minecraft in so long. I actually forget what I have on there, like mods and whatnot. Ooh, more peat. That will be useful when I start making meals and start firing things. Yeah, this area looks pretty nice and flat. Plenty of space. Plenty of mushrooms, too. And clay. That could be a maned wolf right there. As far as I know, direwolves and at least the maned wolves, I know for a fact they tend to run away from you. Unless you actively chase them, then they'll start like attacking you. At least from what I've seen with my own experience with them, running into them. Man, there are plenty plenty of cattails in this region. Now, I was debating on making this world be in a warm climate and not a temperate climate, like I did, because of we have the solar years mod. However, I think it was adjusted to start you closer to where it's still warm. Oh, if you don't know what the solar years mod does, so Vintage Story natively has 360-day years. If you set it to 9 or to 30 days per season, this mod makes it so that each year is 365 days. Ah! What the heck are you? A coyote? Are you kidding me? I'm never gonna be able to catch a break in this game, am I? You know what? The first thing I'm doing is making improvised armor. I really want to base up in this area, though. It looks really nice. But that's the other problem. It rains all the time. You know, all this dying is making me lose, like, all of my food. I am using that mod that makes it so that animals drop a lot more meat. So that's sort of a compensation factor right there. You know what? Speaking of the Minecraft thing, you know, instead of just asking you guys, I'll just make some Minecraft videos and see if you guys like it. I mean, it's not really in my best interest in playing, at the very least. Because it's not like this game, and I know I could play Terra Firma-Craft, but I hate Terra Firma-Craft if I'm being honest. Yep, want to avoid those guys right there. Ooh, get away from me. Stinky dire wolves. Or maybe if there's any other games that you guys do want me to play, I can certainly give them a look and play. What is that? Is that a duck? I didn't know that we had ducks. I knew that there were geese from some of the mods that I have. Yeah, one of the mods that adds in birds and whatnot adds in geese, moas, and emus, and a few other bird animals. Is that coyote still in there? Don't tell me that coyote spotted me from all the way over here. Oh wait, is that a raccoon being chased by a coyote? That's probably what that is. And that's also very unrealistic. Coyotes never attack alone. Like seriously, if you were to have ever ran into a coyote in person and it was just one, 9 times out of 10 it'll likely leave you alone. It might actually end up running away from you. Coyotes they have, you know, the pack mentality. So they hunt in packs. Sort of like wolves, but even a wolf wouldn't run away from you if it was alone. It would still attack you. At least if you're in its territory, it would. It might ignore you if you're, you know, if you ignore it, it'll ignore you. Don't take my word for that, though. Ooh, a worm. I'm gonna eat that. You can get an achievement. Yes, I do have the Nats achievement mod because, I don't know, I kind of feel lost when I don't have achievements in a game. Which was always the one weird thing about this game. If I don't have achievements, I don't really feel compelled to play. Like, I don't feel, oh, a snake. I don't feel like it's not interesting to play. Like, I have no real set goals. Like, you just sort of create your own goals. And I guess that's kind of the point of games that don't have an achievement system. But, like, Minecraft has no real goals, but they do have achievements. So that creates a goal. Because, like, you don't have to fight the Wither. You don't have to kill the Ender Dragon. You like, you know, Minecraft it's a sandbox game, just like this game is. You just do what you want to do. I know that this video has mostly just been me talking and exploring. That's sort of the whole... It's just kind of the thing with this game. You just never really know where to settle down at. Especially when you have a landform mod like I do. That creates such nice areas. Oh, I do have Spruced Up and Green Be Gone, which Spruced Up turns pine trees into more of like a sprucey tree. It makes the spruce trees a little darker. It does not affect the quarter logs. The quarter logs will still be the typical pine texture because that mod was made way before quarter logs were added. I kind of wish the the author of that mod and of both of those mods would update them, or at least someone could, you know, make a remake of the mod. I mean, I could technically do it, but I don't know anything about modding. Well, I know how to mod games. I don't know how to make mods for a game. You know what? Let's turn on some of the music. Alright, now it's a matter of time until the music turns on. It is also getting late and very dark. I might disable the shaders just because it's a little darker. Or maybe... There we go. I turned up my gamma just a little bit to make it look a little brighter for you guys. Ugh. Eesh, that scared the mess out of me. Okay, I don't like hearing all these huffing and puffing. So I'm going back down here. Yes, you can call me a wuss all you want. I call it I don't want to die for the 4th time in a row now. After having just gotten my materials back. Ooh, random red current. Don't mind if I do. I'm also out of food. Oh wait, no I'm not. I have puffballs. Ooh, and red wine caps. Is there any mature flax here? Yeah. There's 2. And I got nothing from them but seeds. That's totally how that's supposed to work. Oh wait, I think that's because of the, okay, I think that's because of the one mod that I have. I have a mod that makes crops a little more realistic. So maybe I'm more guaranteed to get the seeds. Ooh, what are these? What are you? Coyote pup. You know, I'm also like kind of half trying to find copper while I explore. And I'm just not seeing any copper, like, anywhere. Ooh, parsnip. You know, like I've said before, I have found that these things are a little rare. Ah! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. I can't die again. I'm still being chased. Just keep on running. It'll lose interest in me eventually. There's a traitor. I'm not that fast. I can still hear it over behind the music. Ugh. Okay, I think I lost interest in me. Clothing merchant. Did you know you can weirdly pet them? Yeah, it's good, merchant. Good, merchant. Yes, let me pet your face. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you did enjoy my chaotic adventure trying to find a spot and failure to find a spot, let me know down below or by leaving a like. And I think in the next one we will try to find a better spot to settle down and actually kickstart this series. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now.